15 signs your blood sugar is very high that you must not ignore. More than 34 million Americans today are living with diabetes. Of that number, about 21% do not know they have diabetes. Even worse, about 88 million Americans have prediabetes. This is a state where the blood sugar is ridiculously high, but just not high enough to be called diabetes yet. However, people with prediabetes stand a very high risk of developing diabetes in the near future. This means that 1 in 3 adults in the US currently have a very high blood sugar and have a high possibility of developing diabetes very soon. So, are you one of the 88 million Americans? In today's video, we'll be looking at 15 telltale signs that your blood sugar is very high. Make sure you watch the video to the very end, as the symptom in number 1 is the most dangerous of them all. Number 15, fruity smelling breath. If you have a strong, fruity smelling breath without chewing any such flavored gum, then your blood sugar is extremely high. In fact, you might already have diabetes. There are 2 main causes of a fruity smelling breath. The first is called diabetic ketoacidosis. This condition is triggered by the production of very high levels of ketones in the body. Now, these blood acids, ketones, are normally present in the body, but when blood sugar levels are very high, it leads to an overproduction of ketones, and this could be fatal if left unchecked. Diabetic ketoacidosis is, in fact, a life-threatening condition. But when discovered early and treated immediately, there are usually no lasting effects on the body. The second blood-related cause of fruity-smelling breath is hyperglycemic hypersmolar syndrome, or HHS. This serious condition is characterized by fatigue, nausea, vomiting, frequent urination, and of course, a fruity-smelling breath. Although not a common condition, HHS can be very dangerous and it requires emergency medical care to prevent lasting complications or even death. Number 14, numbness or pain. More than any other part of your body, poor blood circulation affects your hands and fingers. When you have high levels of sugar in your bloodstream, your blood thickens, forcing it to move slowly, resulting in numbness in your hands and fingers. High blood sugar levels also damages the structural integrity of blood vessels. The blood vessels become narrower as they become inflamed. This makes it even harder for the thickened blood to travel through the vessels. As your hands and feet are starved from fresh blood supply, while the stale blood is trapped in these areas, the hands and feet become cold or numb. Nails become brittle, the skin dries up and starts to crack, and you begin to lose hair. Numbness in the hands and feet could be dangerous, as you will no longer be able to feel pain, for instance, if you get a cut in those areas. That leaves you susceptible to infections that could be difficult to deal with. If you experience these kinds of symptoms, you should speak with a doctor as soon as possible. Number 13, having recurrent infections. Your body's immune system is designed to fight and destroy bacteria, cancer cells, viruses, parasites, and any other foreign bodies that may be damaging to the health of the body. If the immune system of the body is compromised, the body is left defenseless and unable to fight off infections. When the immune system is compromised, it could be as a result of several disorders. If you get sick with pneumonia, bronchitis, conjunctivitis or pink eye, colds, yeast infection, or sinus infections, and these diseases do not respond to treatment, or if they return the moment you stop taking medication, this is a clear indication that your immune system has been compromised, most likely as a result of high blood sugar level. Number 12, drier and itchier skin. Itching is a common symptom of diabetes. If you have high blood sugar levels, or you suspect that you might have it, you should take itchy skin more seriously. If you don't seek medical attention, the damage done to your skin could be very serious. Sometimes the itching of the skin is an indicator that nerve damage is about to take place. The itching may be experienced all over the body, but particularly look out for itching that takes place in the legs and feet. Don't scratch itchy skin as you risk bleeding. If you have high blood sugar, you don't want to find yourself bleeding from wounds and injuries, as they may not heal quickly, or may not even heal at all if the high blood sugar levels have compromised the immune system. Instead, treat itchy skin with lotions. Number 11, slow healing wounds and cuts. When cuts and wounds do not heal, it could be a sign that something is wrong with your health, and in particular, your immune system. If you notice the following symptoms after sustaining a cut or wound, then it means your body is struggling to heal itself. These symptoms include leaking of excessive, unusually colored fluids from the wound, swelling around the site of the wound, and an accompanying rotten smell. These symptoms are also accompanied with an increased pain around the site of the wound. When wounds don't heal as quickly as they should as a result of high blood sugar levels, it could further lead to neuropathy, a condition where the nerves around the surface of the skin are damaged because of the high amounts of glucose in the blood. Number 10, abdominal pain or gastrointestinal issues. For people with high blood sugar levels or diabetes, conditions that affect the gastrointestinal system are common. One of the gastrointestinal ailments that is associated with high blood sugar levels is gastroparesis. This condition is described as a delay in the stomach's ability to empty waste products. A very important nerve, called the vagus nerve, can be damaged by high blood sugar levels. This nerve is vital to the regulation of the entire digestive system. A damaged vagus nerve means that the gastrointestinal tract cannot function properly. This means that food stays behind in the stomach instead of getting excreted. This is dangerous as bacteria can start to grow in the stomach. The trapped food could also start to form solid lumps in the stomach and cause a blockage in the entire digestive system. Number 9, difficulty in concentrating and remembering things. Confusion, memory loss, and difficulty in concentrating could be associated with high blood sugar levels that have been left untreated for some time. Your ability to remember things, maintain clarity of thought, and to concentrate are all functions that your brain controls. When the sugar in your blood is too much, the parts of the brain that control memory, thinking, and concentration is negatively affected, causing the body to struggle to produce the energy it needs to function properly. Because there is now scarcity of energy in the blood, the brain has to manage the energy that the body has by feeding the important parts of the brain and starving the rest. As a result, the parts of the brain that deal with memory and concentration are sometimes starved of energy supply, because those functions are not as important as, say, controlling your breathing and reflexes. Number 8, dental issues. Did you know that glucose is also present in your saliva? When you have high blood sugar, the amount of glucose in your saliva also spikes. Too much glucose in your saliva is no good. It allows harmful bacteria living in your mouth to thrive. These bacteria grow, increase, and combine with food particles in your mouth to form plaque. This ultimately leads to dental issues like cavities, tooth decay, gingivitis, gum disease, and bad breath. One of the first dental issues you should look out for that you're indicative of high blood sugar are swollen, tender, and bleeding gums. Number 7, blurred vision. Excess blood sugar can affect surprising parts of the body like the eyes. This is because water containing excess sugar can get trapped in the lens located in the middle of the eye. This results in a blurring effect that makes seeing more difficult. Blurring vision due to high blood sugar is a temporary condition and is not the same as the damage to the eye that can occur in long-term issues like diabetes. Number 6, increased thirst. If you find yourself always thirsty and having to drink more water than you normally would, this could point to high blood sugar levels. Along with this increased thirst comes the desire to pee more. It could simply be due to the increase in your water intake, or it could be due to increased levels of glucose in the blood. Excessive urination is known as polyuria. It occurs when the glucose levels in your blood become too high. It forces the kidneys to work extra hard to get rid of the excess glucose. If the kidneys struggle to keep up to the high blood sugar levels, it simply tries to flush out the excess water through urine. But because that is also flushing out a lot of the liquid in your body, it can lead to dehydration and dizziness. Number 5, frequent headaches. Dehydration caused by the presence of high blood sugars in the body can also result in frequent headaches. Although headaches could be caused by several things, you should check to see if it occurs alongside other symptoms like fatigue, dizziness, and dehydration. If that's the case, then you might want to check your blood sugar levels. Number 4, you are hungrier than usual. People with high blood sugar levels usually find themselves being hungrier than usual. It could also be an indicator of a symptom called polyphagia. With this condition, you'll find yourself losing more weight even when you're eating more. In addition to this, you may also notice some muscle weakness as your body starts to break down muscle and fat to gain energy, since it can no longer get energy from its regular supply of glucose. Number 3, shortness of breath. Shortness of breath is related to very high blood sugar levels and could be an indicator that the blood sugar levels have been very high for quite some time. The cause of the shortness of breath is usually ketoacidosis, which is caused by a lack of insulin in the body, an indication that the pancreas are no longer producing insulin. As the body can no longer absorb glucose to make energy, it starts to burn fat to create energy, producing a waste byproduct called ketones, and this is really what leads to ketoacidosis. One of the symptoms of ketoacidosis is shortness of breath. Number 2, frequently dry mouth. Dry mouth is a common sign of high blood sugar and even diabetes. It is caused by shortage of saliva in the mouth, and it makes talking, chewing, and swallowing more difficult. If you have this symptom and you have high blood sugar levels, exercising regularly and improving on your diet can help alleviate the problem of a dry mouth. Number 1, fatigue. Feeling tired often is perhaps the most common early sign of high blood sugar. It also happens in people with diabetes whenever they consume simple carbs. If you notice that you get easily fatigued, especially after having carb-heavy meals, then this might be related to high blood sugar levels. You should see a doctor to check your blood sugar levels and discuss a suitable diet to help you regulate sugar levels in your blood. Comment down below your thoughts, give this a like, share with your friends, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell to keep you updated for more interesting facts, tips, and ideas from SmartVille.